Hi, my name's Keith Cooper, No Flight Images, and this is just a short video to mention that I've got another camera to test. Now, it's a Fuji GFX100 Mark II, recently announced camera. Now, you may have seen that I've been testing, and it is a superb lens, the new tilt shift 30mm lens. I've been testing that on this, my GFX100S. It's set there using the lens foot there just to mount it, and as you can tell it's quite heavy, but the lens is quite chunky there. But here we go, this turned up yesterday, and it is a GFX100 Mark II. Now, what real differences are there between my GFX100S and the 100 Mark II? Well, the obvious ones are, the moment you look at it, well, actually the GFX is a slightly darker black. This is a lighter colour, still black, but lighter colour. The style of the top of it looks somewhat different, and there's a much better screen, well, better, more detail screen than there is on the 100S. The style of it, there's about 130 grams difference in weight. Now, I've got this for a while. Fuji asked me, since I was testing this, whether I'd like to test this with this, since they're all new at the same time. And I've got the 50mm f1.7 lens. That's a nice lens as well. Once again, quite chunky. Now, I'm going to be taking this out. I've only got this one for a couple of weeks. This one's going to go back as well, so I'll be left with just my 100S. What differences do I immediately see on it? Well, apart from the obvious, the weight difference, the viewfinder. It is noticeable that it's a very nice quality viewfinder on this. It's a detachable, as with the previous 100. I never tried the previous 100, so I can't really say much there. This one has a slightly smoother, more rounded look to it. They're very similar cameras, you notice. It also gets, and this is a pet annoyance of mine, is that the charger, and it's a USB charge for the battery inside it, the charger lead is not long enough to reach from where my electric sockets are down on the floor here up to charge a camera on the desk. And in fact, even if I do it on my main work desk, I still have to put the camera on the floor, or I suppose I could get a longer USB charging lead. But if that's the biggest gripe I can come up with, that the USB charging lead is not long enough. Well, anyway, this one, it feels snappier to use. Now, I've not been out testing it in any details yet. It has things like, it has Ethernet connection. It has all kinds of things. Now, a limitation I do find of this is that tethering and studio use of this camera is a bit of an afterthought. However, this one, the real key thing for a lot of people, and this is, I'm afraid, something I'm unlikely to be testing, is the video performance of this. This is much more strongly oriented towards video. This does pretty good video, but this one is more so oriented to it, with its sport 8K options and various things with different types of lenses. So there we have it. This one has a different type of card. So we have the different flash card here. Now, this one has 2 SD cards, which I'm quite happy with. Now, someone said, well, why are you testing this? Well, Fuji asked me, I'll be honest about it. If somebody says, do you want to borrow some kit for a while and have a go with it? Yeah, I am. I'm much more likely just to take this out because the autofocus is improved, face recognition and various things. All the sorts of stuff that you would be more likely familiar with higher end mirrorless 35mm sensor cameras. But this one, I use this for high quality prints. I want detail. That's why I like this particular lens. I tend to use it manual a lot. I don't use autofocus much, and it's just a different. I'm an architectural and commercial photographer, so I don't photograph people. Now, I'm going to take this out. Somebody suggested to me, he said, don't try and do a proper review of it because it's not what you do. Just take it out and enjoy it. And that's what I'm going to do if the weather lets me. So here we have two very similar cameras. As I say, this one 130 grams heavier than this one, so it's a bit. Another nice, a few quick differences I've noticed is obviously that this one has a screen which tilts out as well as the normal tip up and down that you get with this. Useful sometimes for if you're setting, if you're using the camera in portrait orientation. But anyway, in testing, quick test at home, the iFocus subject identification is excellent on this. This one evens, there was a teddy bear belonging to, a polar bear actually, belonging to Karen sitting down the other end of the room, and the face detect locked onto it. So they've obviously worked on it a bit more. Now, if you've got any questions other than asking me about the video specs, I don't know. I have had a quick look at some files from it, and I'll put some links to some much more technical analysis between the differences of them. Yeah, this one has an 80 ISO. This one's 100 minimum. The Fuji marketing, some people have said, oh, there's a new sensor. There is not a new sensor in it. You know, Fuji can't afford to develop new 100 megapixel medium format sensors on their own for the market level they've got. It's the same sensor. I believe the micro lenses have changed slightly. In terms of actual performance of getting detail out of them, I don't think you are seriously going to, for photography purposes, video is an entirely different matter. For photography purposes, I do not think you are going to see any significant difference between pictures taken with the 100S and pictures taken here with the 100 Mark II. That said, you know, even from just using it, just from the feel of it and going through the menus and stuff, if Fuji said, okay, keep this one, send this one back to us, would I be happy to? Yeah, of course I would. But would I, even if I had, you know, won the football pools or the lottery, would I get rid of this and get? No, I've only had this one a few months. I'm still exploring what I can do with this. It's about image quality for me. I will be trying out the 55 here. I'll be doing it at wide open apertures to look at the out of focus effects and various things like that. But anyway, I have an abundance of expensive cameras sitting here at the moment. Yeah, thanks Fuji, I do appreciate it. And as I say, if you've got any questions, do let me know. But as I say, just don't ask about video. These YouTube videos are the limit of what I do in video. And I'm shooting this on a Canon EOS RP, obviously very different world altogether. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this is of some interest, and well, time to go out and take some photos. Thanks.